Technical people, that is, people who work in areas such as engineering, mathematics, computer science, etc., often have problems communicating in casual social environments. Their primary issue is due to not understanding the difference between communicating information and communicating emotions. Attraction, either generic or romantic, is not created by what you logically say but instead by what you emotionally convey. Some of the most important information, such as if a person seems honest and trustworthy, is primarily communicated via the emotions felt during the interaction. The same is true about attractive traits such as confidence and high self-esteem. You cannot logically convince someone to like you. In addition, technical people often get stuck in their own heads and overanalyze every little thing in an interaction. The act of trying to process and interpret every piece of information takes you out of the present moment, making it even more difficult to communicate authentically on an emotional level. The majority of attraction is created via your actions and behaviors within an interaction. In many cases, the interaction comes prior to attraction, not vice versa. Some people want to be sure that another person likes them before approaching and starting a conversation. This is the wrong mindset to have. Unless you are especially good-looking or have social proof, there is no reason for someone to initially find you attractive. How can you expect someone to find you attractive if they know nothing about you? The majority of attraction is created by interacting with a person in an attractive manner. If you believe that you must attract prior to interacting, your options may be terribly limited. However, if you reverse the order to first interact then attract, you will find that there are new opportunities around every corner. But you must be willing to take the first step forward. To be clear, there is a lot of manipulative behavior that is promoted when it comes to attraction. It typically involves exploiting insecurity and using subtle tactics to degrade. However, oftentimes this type of behavior is conflated with being successful with women in general. There's a perception that success with women is inherently tied to deception and narcissism. If a man understands that he should text with restraint, mirror behavior, be playful and tease while still being respectful, utilize subtle touch to escalate emotion, dating as much as many people as possible until a relationship is established, this doesn't make him manipulative because he understands the true nature of attraction. Some guys are labeled jerks when in reality they simply aren't nice guys and neglect all other important components of their lives for a woman. They have integrity and are upfront with their feelings, but are still seen as jerks because they have boundaries and aren't pushovers. Yes, a lot of assholes are successful with women because their behavior is often confused with assertiveness and masculinity. However, a centered, respectful man can still be assertive and strong. There's a contradictory expectation of men nowadays. Women revile and reject the nice guy, but it is also expected to be our default setting as well. When a man deviates from what society tells us is the proper way to win a woman over, i.e., through unwavering devotion despite any behavior she may throw at him, he is traditionally labeled as a jerk. Remember, a good majority of behavior that is attractive to women runs counter to what society has conditioned men to believe through Hollywood and other forms of media. If you have authentic respect for someone and who they are and don't engage in behavior for the sole purpose of getting a specific reaction, you aren't being a jerk, especially if you have acted like a nice guy all your life. Not immediately responding to a text or disagreeing upfront might feel uncomfortable, but it is how attraction really works in real life. Jerks are often successful with women because they are willing to act and manipulate in ways that a decent person wouldn't be willing to. Target insecurities, foster dependence, intentionally love bomb, etc. Jerks just have a larger toolset by virtue of being willing to do immoral things. If the goal is just to be with as many women as possible, a separate, more ethical goal would be to be with women without psychologically fucking them up. Attraction goes beyond visual and physical, even for a testosterone-driven individual. In most cases, though, it's a reality we're unaware of and completely unable to verbalize. A more obvious one is the bid for attention. Someone that knows how to stroke another person's ego becomes more attractive, and we're not always aware of when we're doing it. I believe that each of us has values influenced by family, culture, environment, and others that we find attractive. And when we unconsciously find a match of those values, it creates an attraction. Anyway, I'm saying that emotionally and mentally, when we see or meet someone that measures up or appears to meet our unspoken expectations, an attraction is created, which would make the opposite a reality as well. When someone falls short of those expectations, that person tends to repel us. Likewise, we're not aware of when we're doing this either. The most important thing I have learned over the years is that you cannot make people like you more by giving them more of what they already don't appreciate. There have been so many times where I thought that if I just showed someone I cared more or went out of my way more for them or even hung out with someone more, they would come around and like me. You can't convince or force someone to like you. If someone isn't showing their appreciation for you, stop trying to force it and it's better to move on. You can't love someone into loving you.